This is Louise for MMA Crazy, and I'm here with Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, who takes on Darren Till in the main event at UFC Liverpool. How excited are you to be here in Liverpool? How are you finding it so far?
I love it, to be honest with you. As soon as we stepped off the plane, all the fans and everybody here have been very respectful and very welcoming. So I enjoy it. I enjoy Liverpool. I've never fought out of the North America. So this is definitely a treat.
And this is a fight that Darren Till has been campaigning for quite some time now, and it seemed that you were a little bit reluctant at first to take the fight. What kind of changed your mind?
Well, the reason I was reluctant was because right after my Masvidal fight, I ended up breaking both my thumbs. So I wasn't ready for when they wanted me to be ready to face Darren the first time. Also, I kind of wanted to see where the welterweight division was going. Tyron just had shoulder surgery, wanted to kind of see where I sat. There was rumor of a interim title. Wanted to see if I was going to be at the top of that list. Obviously, I'm not. Thumbs are feeling great, so I wanted to stay busy and face, somebody. Everybody's calling those new up and comers the next generation. I want to test myself against those guys and solidify that number one spot.
And you mentioned about the interim title shot which they've made now between Dos Anjos and Covington. What do you think of that fight, and who do you see taking that one?
I think it's a great fight, good fight for both guys. Not a real big fan of Colby Covington, but when he faced Damian Maia, who's not known for his striking, was piecing him up in that last fight, almost put him away. I think RDA has way better striking than Damian Maia does. He's a BJJ black belt. I got RDA going to win that fight.
So you're getting Darren Till. I think he's ranked number 8, you're ranked number 1. He's had about, 5 fights now in the UFC. Do you think you are his toughest test to date? Do you think this step up is justified for him?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, man. I mean, he definitely has been campaigning for it. Hats off to the guy. I mean, he got the fight when there's a lot of other guys that are higher ranked, more deserving of it. So, I'm not taking this guy lightly one bit. I mean, he's very tough. Everybody in the UFC has the chance to put you away. So, hats off to the guy. I'm glad we're going to be doing battle come Sunday.
You've got very different styles. How do you see your styles matching up on the night?
We got some differences, but we also have some similarities. He's a good counter striker, keeps his right side forward, loves to throw his left hand, left elbow, as you saw. He hit Donald Cerrone with it. Loves to keep his distance. So that said, he's a Muay Thai stylist, but not your average Muay Thai stylist. So he's got his own little pretty unique style, which is pretty cool. So it's going to be very interesting, a lot of fun to be, playing chess with him come Sunday.
And obviously the spotlight's going to be on him. He's going to have the crowd behind him. How do you see the fight unfolding? I know he said that he's predicting to obviously get a finish. How do you see it unfolding?
He is predicting a finish in the second round, which leads me to believe he's going to be very aggressive. Most of the guys that I face in the UFC, actually my MMA career, have been very aggressive. Those are the type of guys that end up running into things, if it's a kick or if it's a punch. But I don't like to predict any knockouts. I just visualize my hand being raised at the end of the fight.
And for him, obviously, a win over you will do a lot for him in terms of the title picture. Is this a lose-lose situation for you? Where do you think a win over him would put you?
A win over him? I think I'll still be ranked number 1. I think it really depends on, how I win will determine whether or not, who I face next. Or, I think if the winner of RDA and Colby Covington beat Tyron, then I'll get that next shot. I think if Tyron wins, then I'll probably have to fight one more time before I get the next shot.
And how are you anticipating the crowd to be? How do you think they're going to react to you? Obviously, he's the hometown guy.
They're going to boo me. I mean, this is Liverpool and this is Darren Till's hometown. But, I'm prepared for that. I'm just excited to be here. I'm going to walk out with a smile on my face and do what I have to do in that octagon.
Thank you very much. We look forward to seeing it. Thank you.